So, the next problem, the resultant of the two forces when they act at right angles is 10 Newton, whereas when they act at an angle of it is 60 degree, the resultant is square root of 148 Newton, full stop. Determine the magnitude of the two forces. Please observe carefully. The resultant of the two forces when they act at right angles is 10 Newton. Let us consider the case. It is one case, there are two forces, they are acting at right angles to each other. Let us take that forces as F1 and F2. In this case, resultant will be equal to 10 Newton, then here the angle is 90 degree. Whereas, when they act at an angle of 60 degree, so let us consider again two forces, that is F1 and F2, and they are acting at an angle of 60 degree. At that time the resultant is square root of 148 Newton. So, what we need to determine? Determine the magnitude of the two forces, that is F1 is equal to question mark, F2 is equal to question mark. So, let us solve one by one. So, let us solve this case first. Here there are only two concurrent forces, and we have the formula R is equal to square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 into cos alpha. So, substitute the values. R will be 10, that is equal to square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2, we do not have the values, so write it as it is, into cos of alpha. Alpha is the angle between the two forces. How much it is? 90 degree. So, cos 90, it will become 10, that is equal to cos 90 is 0, 0 multiplied by anything, it will become 0. So, we left out with square root of F1 square plus F2 square. So, squaring on both the sides, we are going to get 10 square equal to F1 square plus F2 square. So, consider this one as equation 1. Then we will write one unknown in terms of another unknown. Let us write F2 square equal to 10 square is nothing but 100. If it plus F1 square, if it goes that side, it will become minus F1 square. So, let us take this one as equation 2. So, let it be this much. Then we will move on to the next case, that is when two forces are acting at an angle of 60 degree. Again we have the same formula, that is R is equal to square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 into cos alpha. So, substitute here R is square of 148, that is equal to square root of F1 square, we do not know. So, write it as it is, plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 into cos alpha, that is cos 60 degree. So, cos 60 degree is nothing but 1 by 2. If we write 1 by 2, 2 get cancel, we left out with square root of 148, that is equal to square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus, here it is 2, cos 60 degree is 1 by 2, 2 get cancel, we left out with F1 F2. So, squaring on both the sides, we are going to get 148 is equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus F1 F2. But from the equation 1, we have F1 square plus F2 square is equal to 10 square. that is nothing but 100, substitute, it will become 148 equals to f1 square plus f2 square is equal to 10 square from equation 1. 10 square is nothing but 100 plus f1 f2. We can write from equation 1. Okay, then it will become f1 f2 will become 148 minus 100, that is 48. Let us take this equation as 3. So, we are going to square on both the sides. Squaring on both the sides, we are going to get f1 square f2 square equal to 48 square. That will become f1 square. From the equation 2, we have f2 square is equal to 100 minus f1 square. So, write it. That is equal to 48 square from equation 2. Therefore, so multiply it, you will get 100 f1 square minus f1 square into f1 square, it will become f1 to the power of 4, or we can write that one as f1 square whole square, and that is equal to 48 square. Therefore, if you interchange LHS to the RHS and RHS to the LHS, you are going to get minus will become plus f1 square whole square plus minus 100 f1 square, that will be equal to minus 48 square. Just we interchange LHS to the RHS, RHS to the LHS, so sign becomes positive to negative, negative to positive. So, we can write 100 as, we can write this one as f1 square whole square minus, we can write 100 as 2 into 50 into f1 square, that is equal to minus 48 square. So, let us add plus 50 square on both the sides. Just for simplification, let us add plus 50 square on both the sides. This will become a square minus 2ab plus b square. So, we can write this one as f1 square minus 50 whole square, that is a minus b whole square, that is equal to minus 48 square plus 50 square, you are going to get it as 196. So, taking square root on both the sides, taking square root on both sides, we are going to get f1 square minus 50, that is equal to root of 196 is 14. So, f1 square will become f1 square will become 14 plus 50, that is 64. Therefore, it indicates f1 will be equal to square root of 64, that is 8 Newton. We got the value of f1 is equal to 8 Newton. Once you got the value of f1, substitute in any of the equation, that is 1 and 2, you are going to get the value of f2. So, or using any equation, I am going to consider equation 3. From equation 3, that implies f1 f2 is equal to 48, f1 f2 equals to 48. We already got the value of f1. So, f2 is equal to 48 divided by f1. that is equal to 48 divided by F1 is 8. So, you are going to get the value as 6 Newton, that is F2 is equal to 6 Newton. That is all.